welcome back to Verdad Network. This is Yolis. Bear with me, I know Jay's not here with me. I am here at my home office. But we actually started filming yesterday, and long story short, I came back home yesterday and I started watching the video. And I actually wasn't going to upload it because I wasn't feeling it. I know he wasn't feeling it much either, but we both agree that there's a lot of good positive points that we talked about, and Verdad Network would not be what it is if we only shared with you guys the positive side of being barbers. So if you see that we're only looking at each other, not really at the cameras, because we continue to talk just like we normally do. So I guess this is like a behind the scenes with us. And we just want you guys to know the truth about what we talk about and the truth about this industry that we're in. And hopefully we can give you guys advice. If you're already a barber or if you're wanting to become a barber, we want you guys to know both the good and the bad side of it, because there's a lot that goes on and things that we've learned. And actually Jay shares a lot of his great wisdom, as he always does. Thank you, Jay, for that, and I hope you guys enjoy this.
So we're going to talk about self-employed, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's the pros and cons?
Pros and cons of being self-employed. Do you call yourself self-employed or a business owner?
I think both. You know, I'm still in the beginning of the stages of being a business owner. I still feel like I'm a freshman in a business owner world. What I'm about to do 6 years as a business owner, well, as a barbershop owner. But I still feel like I'm just in the beginning stages. I still know that I gotta go through a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Say hi, Gianni.
You okay? You stay over there, puppy. We're doing a video. Okay. You want to be part of the video? Yeah, okay.
You are part of the video.
This is Gianni. This is my son. Love you. I think the only thing I could tell you as an owner is, from being in one fence to the other, is when you're self-employed and you're working for somebody, is you're not thinking about throwing out the garbage as much, cleaning up at the end of the day or at the end of the week. Yeah, we all supposed to be cleaning our stations, but some of us don't do it, and it's like, you know, because it's not ours, and at the end of the day, what's not yours, you're really not gonna do much about it. And that's something I've learned as an owner. We don't have no structure growing up, and I didn't get no structure growing up either. Like, you know, I don't understand that. You know, yeah, I worked for many business owners or barbershop owners, and they didn't really get to show me the ropes, you know. So I try to teach or try to show the people that work for me the ropes, and they might nod and say, all right, cool, but you hope that they take some type of value and actually use it, and then when it's their chance or their opportunity to work for somebody else, they're probably like, man, he was right. You know, one thing being a barber and working in your shop, you know, and you're working hard to make it grow with your team or your coworkers, whatever you want to call it. It's still a struggle, because, you know, you're trying to be the first one in and the last one out, but, you know, you still got other things you got to do. And especially if you're a single owner and you have no kids, you know, that's dope. But if you're like a father like myself, it's balancing being a father, balancing, you know, you learn that you're not just feeding yourself, but now you're feeding everybody else that's working within your shop. Like, you have to figure something out to make the shop work, because they also eat off your business, and now you're feeding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 8 families. If you have that many people that work for you, you're just not working for yourself. You're gonna receive, but at the same time, if a pipe breaks from the water or something, it's all on you.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes.
So for me, as being self-employed, I've been doing it. It'll be 4 years in June, thankfully. But yeah, I could relate also. Like, I don't have workers or anything with me, but there's still pressure, because, like you said, you know, I still have to worry about washing my towels, you know, whenever I'm done, you know, like, I'm taking that home and then cleaning. Well, pros of being self-employed, okay?
So
what we do,
pros
are just, you know, you work on your own, you do your own schedule, you develop the clientele you want to keep, and you work the way you want to work, because you're not only a barber, you're also their counselor and their friend. So those are pros. And then the cons are like me as a female not being treated as a female most of the time, working long hours, not being able to like have the guts to charge what I know I should be charging.
But that's everybody, not just females. I think it's guys too. Like the guys feel the same way.
I feel like it's more like you don't struggle as much to say it. I don't know. It's just
there's a lot of guys that do struggle. It's just you get to a point where you get tired. You haven't got tired, and if you are getting tired, you're gonna do it.
Yeah.
You know, when you're gonna, like I was telling you, like if you want to open a bigger place or deal with other people's lives and other people's homes and other people's families, it's all gonna be on you. And that's why I tell them, blame me to raise your prices as an owner. Talk to the owner. You just gotta figure it out. But you're not the only one that struggles with raising the price. A lot of barbers, struggle. And it's tough. You learn how to justify the price raising. And going back to what I was telling you, like, what are you doing different? Are you doing a hot towel? You want to add the steamer, a facial, the black, I like that. Whatever you're at. But you have to, once you do it, you have to learn that you're going to lose.
Yeah.
You can't be afraid to lose. Why do you feel you struggle or you have no courage to do that?
I think I'm just scared to say it because I've had comments from guys that like, oh, you guys make so much money. And some of those guys don't tip you because, they're selfish and they want to say, well, she already makes this much money. And people have said it even...
Because it's self-employed, right?
Right. And people don't see how much rent I pay. They don't know that. They don't know that I have to pay like a yearly percentage for like my license, business license.
It's the same thing. Like, oh, he's an owner. He has a lot of money. Like...
And they'll even say, well, how many haircuts do you do a day? How many people do you do a week? It's easy, just make the math.
But
and
this is what I don't like. This is what I dislike about men. I don't know if it's about women too. But it's easy for another man to try to find out how much you make. And it's the I don't know if you want to say the balls or the audacity to even ask me how much I make. And then it's okay for you to ask me. But then if I ask you, it's a problem. No. Well, it's like anything. The more someone knows about you, the more they can come at you with it. So it's just like the less they know, the better. And it's like, why do you care how much I make?
Right.
What is it to them? I work hard. That's it. And and like you said, not all of us have. Just because we're self-employed and we get cash. It doesn't mean we're making a lot of money. We're blessed to make a good living and schedule ourselves. But we could say the same thing about the client. Oh man, you get holidays and you get paid.
Yeah.
Like all this stuff talking about that. Like you get your pay. Oh, you got a week off and you get paid. I wish I could do that.
We don't get that, or we don't get a bonus either at the end of the year.
But we have to figure it out how to give ourselves bonuses, how to give ourselves that vacay pay. But it all goes back to your charging. You could do that if you start charging what you're supposed to charge. Because if you don't, then you will not get that vacation you want, that nice present you want to get for your birthday. And it all starts from adding those $5, $10, $15 more on your service because you're worth it and your values. They're paying because of how good you are at what you do. And sometimes we forget how valuable we are. Even when I told you when I got sick, it's like I couldn't even understand that I was not valuing myself enough. That when I knew I was sick or wasn't feeling good, that everybody else was worried, but I wasn't even worried about myself. And it hurts more to know that your clients or your people that know you care more about you than you care about yourself, because you're so worried about everybody else and the service that we do as barbers that we forget about ourselves, and we're so worried about everybody else's service.
Yeah.
That even if we're sick and feel uncomfortable, we'll still do our job. But that sucks because we have to value ourselves.
Right, and that's something that's so hard to like go back and remember. It's like, okay, it's me first and then them, but it's like you get so used to like listening to them and like caring for them that you forget about you, your health. there's a lot of times that I beat myself up because I'm like, I know that when I overwork myself, when I'm working 10 to 12 hours back to back with no break, like, I know I'm going to go home and feel really stressed and really hungry, and then I'm going to hate myself because I ate like crap. And then it's like, so I'm like, okay, I'm always putting the people first before me, before my health. And it's like, why do I do this if I already know how it's going to damage me?
I walked away a couple times while I was at work as an owner. It's the same thing. Sometimes you gotta just walk away and take a breather and get back into your zone.
It's stressful. Yeah. So a lot of times, like, why I felt stressed this week was because, like, days, like, weeks like this where I've been sick, where I just wish I could call off, I can't, you know? And, like, so I'm like, I wish I had someone to replace me. I wish I had, you know, like, people understand, like, hey, I'm going to send this person, they're going to cut your hair. But I can't. I have to be there. Only once on a Friday, I was so sick, I actually got up. This is when I lived in Schaumburg. I was already working where I'm at right now. It was on a Friday. I was so busy, and I was feeling so bad. I got up, and I was like, okay, I'm going to go shower, and I'm going to feel better. I felt worse. And I texted all my guys. I'm like, hey, I'm so sorry to do this to you, but I can't go. Majority were cool with it, but there was this one guy that I remember, and he, like, didn't reply to me, but then hours later, he replied, and he was like, well, I want the first spot open on Saturday. And I was like, I'm sorry, I can't, you know, like, because I already had people scheduled for Saturday. He was like, ¿Cómo puedes hacer eso? Like, eso no es justo. Tú me acabas de cancelar, ahora me tienes que dar un spot. And I'm like, this isn't about you. The world does not revolve around you. But I took it personal. I was like, excuse me? So me miras como si fuera un trapo, like, you know. So since that day, like, now it hurts, you know, when I thought about that when I was like, okay, should I not go into work? Because I really was being sick this week.
But again, sometimes some people, you learn from friends and clients.
Yeah.
Those that appreciate you and those that are you convenient or you're not, you know.
Yeah.
And you're replaceable. We're all replaceable. The thing about self-employed is that if you want to be self-employed, you gotta be ready for that. All the hits, even as an owner.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta get ready. You gotta be ready, but prepare yourself by going through what you said. You went through other shops. People don't want to go work for somebody. They want to straight be a self-employed. Go work for somebody, man.
Yeah.
Go for a year to learn.
Learn under the
learn, and then you could be like, okay, like it's again, is a, you know, just because it's just a title.
Right.
It's just an owner. It's just a title.
Yeah.
It could be taken away from you anytime the moment you stop.
Yeah.
You know, so self-employed barber, right? It's you gotta be ready to take all the comments and all the disrespectful, the ungratefulness of so many people.
We're all people at the end of the day, so you know, we're all. We all have some selfishness.
I'm not perfect either, you know. I try to. I'm not perfect. I just figure. I'm just trying to be the right owner, the right coworker.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
And those are the best leaders when you're putting yourself, you know, as like, hey, I'm just like you, working next to you. That's all it is. I'm not above you. You might have more control, but in the end, who has control? You know, like only God has control over everything. I only have so much control over certain things, but at the end of the day, I can't control what people say to me. I can't control what people do. I have no control over anybody else but me at the end of the day. So,
definitely gotta pray.
That's what I've learned about God. You know, the more you pray, God give you wisdom. He's gonna give you the opportunity to learn. You know, like, okay, you want wisdom? Let me have you go through this, and that's how we get wisdom. It's not all about like up here. It's like, okay, let me teach you, but now let me help you put it into practice. It's like, God. Okay. For church service today, we started a new series que was called Send Me. Y me acordé de ti y de lo que estamos haciendo aquí. It's like, you know, God is like sending us. We don't have to go to the other side of the world to, you know, like explore God or to preach. We can be doing it here at work, and we have been doing it at work because we encounter so many people, we hear so many things, and it's like, Holy Spirit is, you know, speaking through us to all these other people. And I feel like this is what it's like La Verdad is becoming. So there you have it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I want to personally thank you guys also. I know that a lot of my clients watch, And I just want to say that, you know, we are fully honest with everything that we talk about. But we also want to say that we are very grateful for you guys. I know I'm very grateful for my clientele. You guys are so supportive. Jay and I would not be where we are if it wasn't for you guys. You guys are amazing. You guys are just all the time helping us become better people in general, not just as being your barbers. You guys teach us a lot, and you guys are just a huge blessing in our lives, and we couldn't do this without you guys. So we both know that we're not doing this by ourselves. We know that God is with us, and if it wasn't for Him leading us to do this, this wouldn't be possible right now. Honestly, we don't know where we're going with this, how far we'll go, but we're going to continue doing this and stay strong and continue to show you behind the scenes, and hopefully interview later on some people that are already in the industry so you guys can see an overall picture of more barbers and stylists. And we're excited for you to join us. Come on. So Jay shared his son, Gianni. This is my son, Onyx. Bye guys, thank you so much for watching.